Jim Rosenthal here, welcome to Anfield, where today Southampton are the visitors of the league champions Liverpool. Later in the show we'll have all the action and news from the First Division, including details of Tony Adams' latest misfortune, a story that's rocked Arsenal Football Club. Here at Anfield though, First Division life goes on as normal. Liverpool aware, whatever befalls their North London rivals, all they can do is keep on playing their inimitable brand of winning football. They certainly won't take Southampton lightly. Last season, the Saints were members of a select group of 5 clubs who actually beat Liverpool in the league. In fact, they inflicted easily the worst defeat of the season on the Reds, 4-1 at the Dell. Rodney Wallace scored twice and then capped a memorable afternoon by making the 4th for Matthew Le Tissier.
It's a good cross by Wallace. Oh, it's a fine goal by Le Tissier. Number 4 for Southampton, and that really is the end for Liverpool.
Revenge was sweet, but far from straightforward. Tied 1-1 at half-time, former Anfield favourite Jimmy Case broke the deadlock with a memorable strike.
Wallace, that's a great run. Can he match it with a shot? Well, Case might. Oh, it's a corker!
In sight of a remarkable double, Southampton self-destructed and gave Liverpool an equaliser when Russell Osman put the ball in his own goal. The winner came from a more predictable source.
Hussein, now Rush, and Liverpool, who were 2-1 down, are 3-2 in front.
This season, inconsistency has consigned the Saints to the bottom half of the table, but they're a side packed with talent and capable of playing with the very best. For the team news, here's your commentator, Martin Tyler.
Of those goal scorers who operate in the First Division, Ian Rush leads the way so far, his tally 14 in League and Cup. But a change in his attacking ally today. Ronnie Rosenthal starts his first game of the season. Coincidentally, he made his Liverpool debut against Southampton last March. Rosenthal replaces Peter Beardsley, who has a damaged ankle. Ronnie Whelan is also out with a thigh strain. Steve Staunton takes over the number 5 shirt. Glenn Hussein, the captaincy. 21-year-old Irishman Tony Cousins, who hasn't appeared in the senior side yet, he's one of the substitutes today. Another Irishman, Alan McLaughlin, is Southampton's record signing, £1 million from Swindon. It's his second appearance for Southampton this afternoon. Left-back Mickey Adams has recovered from tonsillitis. Kevin Moore comes into the centre of defence with Russell Osman injured. Paul Rideout is dropped, so Rodney Wallace recalled after spending the last 4 matches on the bench. Wallace resuming his relationship with Matthew Le Tissier. Le Tissier, whose talent and sheer unpredictability makes him one of the First Division's major attractions. Jimmy Case always tries to play down his return to Anfield. He's been away for more than 9 years now, but his father is a regular supporter of Liverpool, and indeed, as you'd expect, is here today. You can see Jimmy's hearing aid as well. One of the remarkable factors about his professional career. He's managed to perform for so many years, though he can't always hear when his teammates call for the ball. Robbie Hart from Darlington, the referee. Well, the years come and go, but Liverpool stay at the top. They have this fantastic recipe for success. It's to do a lot with acquiring excellent players, but once they get them here, they just bring that much extra out of them. They have a splendid playing surface at Anfield, which always helps. And this really the start of a congested holiday programme of fixtures, which sees Liverpool having to travel to London on December the 26th for a 12 o'clock kick-off the day after Christmas. Here's Alan Shearer. Barry Hall making a useful run. Southampton in the 3-2 defeat here last March gave a splendid account of themselves and took Liverpool on, really. And I just wonder whether the return of Rodney Wallace might be Chris Nicholl harking back to memories of that game. If it's half as good today, we'll all be richly entertained. There's an offside against Ray Houghton. Houghton playing his 100th league game for Liverpool. behind Tim Flower's goal. The Kop is pretty full. They don't find Saturday afternoon the right time for their Christmas shopping, the good citizens of Liverpool. Football is far more important than that. Burrows. Now Rosenthal. Barnes was trying to find the midfield player who was breaking ahead of the ball then, Steve McMahon. Here's McMahon again. Now it's gone offside. Southampton operating with a squarish back line. Steve Staunton, who can hit them with the left foot. And he's pleased to be back in the team. Good enough to play for the Republic of Ireland in the World Cup, but not good enough to be a regular at Liverpool, not yet. But there's so much talent on the staff here. It was a good try from Staunton. They continue to set the standards that others try to emulate. Alan Shearer, who's currently in the England under-21 side. Southampton had the throw. And Adams tries to find Shearer. Here's Case. It's blocked by Hussein, and a second time. Liverpool themselves looking as though they might have got caught out then. All the early signs here that this is going to be a tremendous match. Southampton have come to Anfield to take Liverpool on. McMahon. Look at the number of white shirts there were forward then. Liverpool had to use Grobbelaar, but he's used it very quickly to the left. Burrows, Barnes, easily onside. Liverpool finding it hard to get their numbers forward. They've had a lot of players back defending a few seconds ago, but Rush might reach this one. Oh, and it was past the goalkeeper, but not past Neil Ruddock. McMahon teasing Dodd, he couldn't intercept it. Barnes. Liverpool suddenly in full cry, they have a corner. But Neil Ruddock stopped Southampton going behind. Rush headed it down. Ruddock behind the goalkeeper, got it away. Hussein leaves it for Staunton. And Flowers can only rather shovel it behind for another corner. That's Gillespie. Gillespie close, but Rush was even closer. That was going in, and Neil Ruddock made sure that it didn't. Difficult time for footballers, the holiday season. Gary Gillespie with 4 young children, including twins. It won't be that easy to stay away from them at the Christmas time as the fixtures pile up. Jobs have to be done, and the entertainment has to go on for the rest of us. Barnes. It's Rosenthal who might reach this. He has done. And Flowers really earned his luck to get it the second attempt. Great ball from Barnes. Southampton with this problem. They can't stop the chances coming. But Flowers, accustomed to being in the firing line. Case. Wallace has made a good run. Case tried to find him. Here's Houghton. 15 minutes gone. Rush. Too quick for Ruddock. Rosenthal, and great rescuing. This time it was Horn. Southampton are really being stretched. Rush looking to set up a goal, Rosenthal on his return to the starting lineup. Rosenthal allowed himself the luxury of a touch to take the pace off the cross, and that was enough for Barry Horn. Great recovery. Hussein with the most authoritative header, matched by Ruddock. Staunton also using the neck muscles. Put out by Hussein. Southampton can get enough of the ball in midfield. Liverpool will have some defending to do in this game. Ruddock, tight on Rush. A lot of players ahead of him. Wallace could line it up. Rodney Wallace! Oh, and it's torn into the back of the net! So, Southampton, who've come out here to attack Liverpool and really risk the consequences at their own end, and Grobbelaar got to it, but it was just too hot for him. Rodney Wallace, who's been frustrated as a substitute over the past few weeks, bursting to get back into the action and nearly bursting the net. Houghton. Barnes and Rush and Flowers. It hasn't got in. My word, they have ridden their luck, Southampton, but they lead with 19 minutes gone. And this holiday season spectacular is well underway at Anfield. Horn. Case knocks it back towards those on the Kop who used to cheer him. It seemed certain within seconds of Wallace's goal that Liverpool would equalise. Rush, Flowers got the run of the ball. He did well to block it in the first place, and it was steered away off the line. But the goal really came, although it was individually put together by the scorer, because Southampton did have so many players in attack to occupy Liverpool at the back. Le Tissier. It's Wallace again! And you have to compliment Chris Nicol on his team selection in the attacking sense so far. He'll be praying, I would think, that his defenders can continue to hold out. Hussein, Rosenthal and Rush putting themselves about up front, pushing right up on the last defenders, so that there's no way back for Ruddock. Moore was dangerous. He rescued it for the moment with the tackle against McMahon. Now Nicol. Barnes is in there. And John Barnes, who is a craftsman these days at his positional play, so that he makes a move on the blind side of a defender and then appears in front of his line of vision. And the ball is gone, and very nearly a goal has arisen. It doesn't happen just by chance. It's crafty work. Hussein. Rosenthal is involved a lot. Barnes, off goes Burrows, there goes the pass. Here comes the chance for Liverpool, and Rosenthal collects the goal. It had an air of inevitability about it. Delighted scorer. And a high-quality move in keeping with all that is the best at Liverpool Football Club. And that would have ripped aside better defences than Southampton's. Barnes beckoning Burrows forward, the cross to the far post, great percentage in that. And Rosenthal with a confident touch to steer it in when there wasn't much room for manoeuvre. Case, lunge by McMahon, no contact. That's Adams' pass. Oh, Shearer's round Grobbelaar, and the angle was desperately difficult. Maybe in years to come, Alan Shearer would take another touch and realise the extreme difficulty. But here come Liverpool again. Rosenthal. Barnes. It's a corner. There's barely time to reflect on a near miss. Shearer showed commendable positioning and appetite there to create the opportunity for himself. Ruddock gets it away. Only as far as Nicol. And that's Ian Rush. He really had to spin into the shot after some sure-footed work by Nicol. And few in that position would come that close. And maybe Shearer would look to Rush as an example. Kenny Dalglish, not one of those managers that makes notes on the first half while play goes on, but you can be sure in that sharp mind of his, he knows exactly what he's going to say to his team. To hear it, judging by that expression. Staunton's made a mistake. McLaughlin, it's Wallace, and it's Grobbelaar this time. Two teams here where attack is the best form of defence. That's their stronger suits on today's showing. Shearer. Now Houghton. Rosenthal gets the ball to feet again. A good number of times. He seemed as though he was going to blow for a free kick, but changed his mind. A moment or two ago, Grobbelaar was grateful for McLaughlin's pass and was looking to get it across the goalkeeper. It wasn't as well hit this time with his weaker foot. Oh, it's overdone. It's collected by Barnes in a flash. In for Rush, and Flowers. Now Rosenthal, his second. It's quite a comeback for Ronnie Rosenthal. Unlucky Tim Flowers, who stopped Rush being the scorer. But the Israeli international in the right place. Difficult to control, but he got it onto the left foot. 2-1 Liverpool. And Ian Rush was pretty unlucky himself. But he'll be delighted that Liverpool have now turned it round. They were one down after 19 minutes, but with the seconds ticking down towards half-time, it looks as though they'll go in front. Rush. Houghton didn't run as though he really expected the pass. A first half that's simply flown by. Rodney Wallace with a shot that flew past Bruce Grobbelaar. And then Ronnie Rosenthal has made himself a few headlines with 2 goals in the first half of his first start of the season for Liverpool. And I really can't wait for the second half to get underway. At half-time at Anfield, it's Liverpool 2, Southampton 1. Seen the two sides of Southampton's nature, their ability to attack and look so stylish going forward, but their inability to keep things tight at the back. Only Queen's Park Rangers at the outset today have conceded more goals than Southampton in the First Division this season. And if Liverpool hit top gear in the 45 minutes that remain, Southampton might well have the worst defensive record by the end of the afternoon. But a most engaging match. Case. Barnes got a toe to it. Rosenthal tackled from behind unfairly. Rosenthal looking for a hat-trick, of course. He's done that once before for Liverpool, on the way to Charlton last April. Burrows. It's a corner with Dodd providing the cover. After Burrows had held off Matthew Le Tissier. Often prefer to play their corners short. To be a bit more productive from them than that. Shearer. Tissier. Oh, and Hussein's made a mistake. Wallace against Grobbelaar. He's passed him, he must score, he has done, it's 2-2. And Glenn Hussein looks down in disgust. Rodney Wallace rushes to receive the congratulations. That was the crucial moment, but there was still time here for Wallace to lose his nerve, but he didn't. And he did all that with great aplomb. And this individual duel it's turning out to be, well, Glenn Hussein won't want to see that again, will he? Between Wallace and Rosenthal, two players who've stepped out of the shadows today. Hussein, well, he's a pretty phlegmatic character, and he was prepared to dwell on the ball again then. Rosenthal. There's Nichols' cross. We'd expect Southampton to win their headers. But they have conceded a corner. Trying to make amends by the contribution in the Southampton penalty area. That's Barnes! And when it left his head, he wondered where it might end up. But it wasn't in the back of the Southampton net. And there were four Liverpool players hoping to make contact with a flick-on. It avoided them all. At this stage, Southampton are going to make a change. And then Cockerell comes on, and Jimmy Case goes off. Well, you can detect the affection in the applause all around the ground for Case's departure. And one can only assume that he isn't fully fit. Cockerell has a very responsible job now in the centre of that midfield. Le Tissier takes them on. Really was in the end going down a blind alley. Barnes, two ahead of him for Liverpool, and Barnes has shown great range in his passing in this game, and was that handball? No. Rush bellows towards the linesman. Flowers was certainly right on the edge. Wallace. Michael, and he's got it to Grobbelaar. This was the difficulty for Flowers. Oh, my word, I'm not so sure. Staunton. Fine ball to the feet of Barnes. Rush trying to come in way beyond the far post, and it's led to A Liverpool corner yet again. Three to aim at with the cross. Mickey Adams sticking to his task. That was Glenn Hussein. Jimmy Case now in the blue tracksuit there. He came off with a back injury. The referee acting as an extra man for Liverpool then. Wallace, Letitia. Burrows not panicking, the back pass was there. Houghton. Burrows. Southampton trying to hold the line and defend the edge of the penalty area. Burrows, who's never scored a senior goal for Liverpool, but he very nearly put that right. He picked up a couple in pre-season friendlies, which don't count on the record. But that was very nearly his first in the First Division. Hussein, and now Rosenthal. The angle's tight, and he couldn't get it beyond Dodd. And a turn on the screw again. And Southampton feeling the pain. But it's still 2-2. Hussein, and that's going to be a goal kick this time. 7 wins and 1 draw, that 2-2 against Manchester City. That's the Liverpool home record in the First Division this season. Kenny Dalglish, I wonder whether he might give Tony Cousins a chance. Houghton. McMahon. Free kick. Conceded by the willing Barry Horn. Now in a central position such as this, Liverpool might well try and go the direct route. And that might mean Barnes, but it might also mean Steve Staunton. It is Staunton, who has scored a hat-trick for Liverpool in a League Cup tie last season against Wigan. 13 minutes to go. Southampton not the sort of side capable of using up the time, really, and taking the sting out of the opposition. They've really got to play as well as they've played throughout the game. Rosenthal, there's a man on the far side, it's Rush in between Rosenthal and Houghton. If it had run on to Ray Houghton, I think the chance, well, it would have been a goal. It was that academic. But you can't blame Ian Rush for going for it in there. You saw where Houghton was, and look at his reaction. Flowers coming for the corner, but being balked. Gillespie. Hussein goes for the header. Oh, and Flowers had a look at that one with a bit of anxiety in case it looped in. I don't think Houghton hit that cleanly. It got rather underneath it, but Hussein made it his. By Letitia. Southampton need everyone to take part in their defending at the moment, and that's got to start upfield. Liverpool, of course, amongst their legendary reputation as the ability to last the full 90 minutes. They win so many games coming late when they're in trouble. Letitia. Well read by Staunton. He had to be in there because the furthest forward for Southampton then was Harry Horn, who's been Staunton's responsibility this game. And Staunton's pass, and look at the length of that to Rush. Houghton hits it, and it's turned out to be a cracking shot from Ray Houghton, and Liverpool go the direct route to regain the lead. Staunton hit the first pass from here, and it went all the way through to Rush. One touchdown, one touch to control, another to shoot. Terrific for Kenny Dalglish's team. Not what you'd call a typical Liverpool goal, but a great goal nonetheless, and a very timely one. Rush. If he got too carried away there. He got the free kick. One in the eye for Burrows. That's by no means been a game that's been difficult to referee. But a black eye for Christmas for David Burrows. His new wife, I'm sure, will be showing concern, married in the summer. Over Wallace. We're into time added on. We've had a minute of it, in fact. Well, to score twice at Anfield and up a loser must be very frustrating, but that's the way it's for Rodney Wallace. Ray Houghton, in the end, won it for Liverpool with a late long-distance strike. For a long time it looked as though it would be a duel between Wallace, 2 goals for him, and Ronnie Rosenthal, another 2-goal man. Liverpool pushed to the very limit, and Southampton sharing in the applause that's resounding around Anfield. They'll be very disappointed. They gave so much in the end for nothing. But Liverpool coming to the end of the year, just as they started it, very much championship material, but they won't want too many games as difficult as this one. Liverpool 3, Southampton 2.